But I do appreciate the opportunity, because while I was in the throes of everything going on last year, I was just trying to get through it. So preparing to speak with all of you this evening really gave me some time to reflect how I worked in overcoming those obstacles. Obstacles are coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And if you're a human being on this planet, it's not always going to be smooth sailing. So hopefully I'll share something of value that when obstacles happen to you, you'll be able to persevere. And as I share my story, I'll share the lessons that I learned in overcoming these obstacles. So let me set the stage. 2018 was like any other year when it started. By February, we had decided to sell our home after living there for 14 years. We decided to move closer to my husband's job. We'd moved from our sleepy little community in Wallace to the bustling metropolis of Raleigh, North Carolina. So in my mind, that was going to be the great challenge for me. Getting the house ready to sell, packing up the house, and there's a lot of crap you accumulate in 14 years. Finding a place to live and relocating my business. Those were enough on my plate. Fast forward through the summer, and we put our house on the market in early August, and within 10 days, our home was under contract with a 10/31 closing date. So there you go, 14 years of stuff on 22 acres, 2 outbuildings full of odds and ends that had to be sorted through, packed, and moved, and we still had to find places to rent. And I still needed to run my business. That I thought was my obstacle. Then on September the 13th, Hurricane Florence hit the coast of southeastern North Carolina. And I have to tell you, I have lived along the coast of North Carolina since 1977. And I have never evacuated for any storm. There have been some scary storms, but Florence felt more ominous even before she arrived, foreshadowing for what was to come. Over the course of the next few days, she dropped 30+ inches of rain. By Sunday, the 16th of September, we woke to find our home completely surrounded by floodwater. And it was continuing to rise. I will also share with you, we were not in a flood zone, but when that much rain falls, it all becomes a flood zone. We were trapped. The water was already so high, and we could not drive out. So there we were, just my husband, our 2 senior citizen Labradors, and me. During the day, we continued with preparations, because we were going to stay, of course, including a go bag just in case. In the middle of the afternoon, we waved off a rescue helicopter, and that was really cool. So the next time y'all have a helicopter over your house, you want to get in that thing. That's not going to happen. But we waved it off because we felt like somebody else could use that opportunity. By 5 p.m., Swiftwater Rescue pulled up to our house and tied their boat off to our front porch. They told us they had heard we were back there, and they couldn't force us to leave, but more water would be coming. Now, there are a handful of you in here today that have been to my home, and the thought of arriving by boat is not something that you can imagine. And today, I still find that hard to believe. But we made the decision to leave. So I stepped off our front porch with just a backpack on my back, and in each hand a leash that held our beloved girls onto a boat that would carry away from us our home and not be able to return for goodness knows how long. I took no business paperwork, no computer, just my phone. Just what I thought I would need for an unknown amount of time that we'd be away, and not sure we'd be able to return to anything. I stepped into that boat with 2 strangers, and the 3 things, my husband and 2 dogs, that I love the most. And that's when it hits me. Nothing else really matters. The house and the stuff doesn't matter. What matters are the people you love. Jeffrey Barnes writes in The Wisdom of Walt. He writes about Walt's perspective when he loses Oswald the rabbit. Walt's attitude reminds us of a very valuable lesson, that life is not about what happens to us. Life is about how we respond to what happens to us. My first lesson, you can either be a victim or a victor. So fast forward a week later, and the water recedes, and left behind is a mess of monumental proportion. that many people are still dealing with today, almost 6 months later. Hurricane Florence is gone, but her destruction still lingers. We returned to our home that fortunately had no water in the house. We got lucky. All the damage was outside, underneath the house, up to the floor joists. We returned with 3 waterlogged, paid-for vehicles that were a total loss. By the way, when you open your car door and a frog jumps out, that's not normal. So I had to ask somebody if that was normal. We had no transportation. We had no drinkable water. All of our wells were contaminated. All the food in the freezer and the fridge were gone. The heating and air unit was not functioning. It had been underwater. The outbuildings and equipment, like our tractor, sat underwater for a week. We had no washer and dryer. It was in the garage. It was a mess. So lesson number 2 was ask for help, and I had to ask for a lot of help. You cannot tackle obstacles alone, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I had to ask friends and family if I could borrow a vehicle or 2. I had to ask for people if I could shower at their homes because we couldn't bathe at our home. Fast forward again 6 weeks, and it's the end of October. We repaired everything at the house, bought replacement vehicles, packed, found a place to rent, and still closed on the sale of our house on time. Yes, the buyers still wanted it, and it turns out the wife is a host of mine. She's not one of the business. So I wish that was the end of my story. But now it's November 1st. I'm in a new town and a show calendar that's wrecked, and it's our busiest selling season. I looked at my goal sheet. Lesson number 3, write down your goals, because when it looks a little bit rocky and your confidence starts to falter, you have to remember why you're doing this. I looked at my Hawaii trip tracker, and as of 10/31, I was at 130,742 points. I've been working to earn elite. My goal, anytime I break down a year, is to earn the level 2 trip by the middle of the year, and then the remainder of the year I work on elite. But I was behind. I was just under 20,000 points away, and I had a subpar calendar in a new town, and I thought, there is no way this is going to happen. I should be okay for just settling for Hawaii, level 2. I mean, it's Hawaii, right? Lesson 4, don't believe everything you think. It's just a thought. So somehow I got to work, settling into a new area, meeting new people, and trying to expand my business. I rescheduled lots of Hurricane Florence shows, which meant driving 2+ hours back to my old stomping ground. And what I found was that these people desperately needed some pampered chef happiness in their lives. And November turned out to be decent enough. Points as of November the 30th were 138,496. Only 11,504 to go. Whew, I had 6 shows booked, 6 cooking shows booked, and a handful of virtual catalog shows, and 3 team members that could still qualify in December. Maybe this was possible. So I got on the phone with my upline director, Jamie Swanson. Lesson number 5. Have an accountability partner. Jamie dug in and walked with me and tracked points, and I also shared my goal with Donna McDonald, so she was watching the points too. I was pretty much done for the year by December 15th with shows, and I was still around 3,500 points away. Jamie and I were still working with a team member that needed to qualify, and I had one outstanding catalog show that my host said was at $350. And could she just keep it open a little bit longer to continue to collect orders through the holiday, and we'd close it by December 31st? Okay, that sounds like a plan. So it looked like it was just going to come together. Then on December 20th, my mother-in-law passed away. And I thought, oh, the hits just keep on coming. We buried her on December 28th, and we returned to Raleigh to finish out 2018. On December the 29th, one of my team members submitted her final show for 2018 and qualified. And at that point, I was less than 500 points away. I kept messaging that outstanding catalog host to close out her show, and on December 30th, she responded to my message to say, Amy, I'm sorry, but I don't have those orders. Good luck, and I hope you earn your trip. At this point, I was done. I just couldn't take anymore. So I called Donna McDonald to tell her what was going on, and that I was just going to buy the trip. I was just going to order the products and earn the trip, and I was done. And it's not the way I wanted to do it. So Donna asks me, Amy, have you done everything you can to earn the trip? And I said, no, I haven't. Donna, I'm tired. I'm tired of the grief. I'm tired of the disappointment. And I'm tired of trying, and I just want it to be all over. I'm tired. And then she started to share some ideas, none of which I really wanted to hear because in my mind I'm thinking, ain't nobody gonna buy anything after Christmas. Remember lesson number 4, don't believe everything you think. But I listened to her and I said, okay, I'm gonna get off this phone, I'm gonna eat dinner and I'm gonna have my adult beverage, and then I'll see how I feel. Because I was a little hangry at that point. Lesson number 6, have people in your life that are a support system. Even when you give up, I want to make it all go away. Have the Donnas and the Jamies that won't let you give up. At 7:30, I wrapped up dinner and I looked at my husband and I said, I'm going to spend 1 hour on this effort and that's it. In that 1 hour, I sent a customer connection email and I went Facebook Live on my personal pages, both of which I never do. The email said this: Dear customer, I can't thank you enough for being a customer of mine. I have a final 2018 request. If you need something from the Pampered Chef at all, please order by 6 p.m. on the 31st. I'm $468.40 away from achieving the top-level company trip to Hawaii, and I'm just not going to give up. So if you'd like something, I'm offering free shipping on your order until 6 p.m. on the 31st. So just use this, and I did an express party checkout. Once the order comes in, I'll adjust the amount on your credit card so the shipping isn't charged. If this offer isn't for you, please pass it along to someone who might use it. Thanks again for allowing me to serve you and for reading this email. Have a wonderful 2019. I got it from my chair, and I told my husband, now I'm going to make 5 calls to my favorite past hosts and just see if they need anything. And at that moment, my phone started ringing. I answered it. It was Suzanne Landis, a customer of mine who'd placed a $1,200 order at a party in January of 2018. And a $400 order at an April show. And yes, I asked her to join my team multiple times in post, but she said no thank you. So she says, Amy, I just got your email. And you have my credit card. Put together an order for me, and girlfriend, you're going to Hawaii. You work too hard, and you're so close. You're going to earn that trip, and you can put 2018 to bed. I said, Suzanne, I just can't do that. She said, yes, you can. Well, you can imagine how overwhelmed I felt. So I got to my computer and I started to put together the order. And all of a sudden, text messages and emails and phone calls started happening. Folks were contacting me left and right and saying things like, Amy, I just saw your email and my sheet pans look like crap. Your email at the right time. I just placed my order. Well, you don't get a notification on, Express Party Checkouts. I'm like, I don't see any emails. So I opened up my computer and dang. Got another email that said, Amy, I just saw your Facebook post. I don't need anything, but my sister needed to order some stoneware. She'll be placing an order. I couldn't keep up with the activity that evening. I felt like George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life. Amy needs our help, but people are out there just making it happen. By the time I went to bed that evening, it was over $1,700 in savings. I got up on December 31st and it was $2,300. When I closed the show at 6 p.m. on the 31st, it was just about $3,500. And here I was thinking nobody wants to buy anything. Yeah, right. I closed out 2018 with 152,896 points. Wow, what a year. The biggest lesson I learned is to trust God. He is in control of all that's going on. And as I reflect on last year, I'm thankful for all those obstacles because they taught me the lessons that I needed to learn. I do not know what lies ahead for me or for any of us, but I do know obstacles will come. And how will you be ready for them? Will you be the victor or the victim? Or as we read in The Wisdom of Walt, life is not about what happens to us. Life is about how we respond to what happens to us. So I ask you, how will you respond?
Wow.